8th inning, and Pat Borders, unless we're talking extra innings here, his hitting streak is in jeopardy, and he pops it up right side. Cora wants it and makes the catch. So Pat Borders 0 for 3 tonight. A couple of strikeouts and a pop up to second. Remind you that coming up following your late local news is the Late Show with David Letterman. That's coming up tonight here on CBS. Nice tie on David. That number, that sign may be a bit premature, especially in light of what Wilson Álvarez has done tonight. He's now thrown 100 pitches and has been in total command. Ricky Henderson takes strike one.
As a player, even though you read all the statistics about the odds overcoming losing the first 2 games at home, you look for reasons for optimism. And the White Sox did that, and there's the guy, Álvarez. See, we lost the first 2 at home, but Álvarez pitches this, which was the must game. If he hangs on, now you come back with Beret against Todd Stottlemyre, who has not been the most consistent starter. McDowell in game 5, and you start to ration. White Sox could get back in this thing. Take it back to Chicago.
1-1 to Henderson, misses. Ball 2, 2-1. And even among the Toronto players, they acknowledge, as you mentioned, Beret's arm. He may have the best stuff on the Chicago pitching staff. 3-1 now to Henderson.
And again, he is a young pitcher that I don't think is going to scare in a situation like this. He's got a good, tough New England hockey background like Tommy Glavine, who will pitch for the Braves tomorrow.
That's ball 4, and Henderson's on base. Now we saw Ricky steal third back in the 3rd inning. Down 5-0. Does he run just to try to spark the team here?
I don't think so. If he does at this stage of the game, they may let him. In fact, Ozzie Guillen is at the mound right now, pointing toward home plate. All smiles for Ricky, but more so for Frank Thomas. And I think Guillen's trip to the mound said to Álvarez, don't worry about him stealing. You got a 5-run lead with 5 outs to win the game. Go after the hitter.
The hitter is Devon White, who's 1 out of 3. Down in the Chicago bullpen, the right-hander is Kirk McCaskill, the lefty, Scott Radinsky.
Speaking of hockey players, Kirk McCaskill, runner-up for the Hobie Baker Award when he was at the University of Vermont. That's hockey's version of the Heisman Award.
Started.
That's inside, 1-1. Look around the league during the regular season, and a number of teams were crying for number 4 starters, in some cases number 3 and 4. And Chicago has a couple of guys down in the bullpen available for relief in McCaskill and Tim Belcher, who could fill that role for a lot of teams.
They have the best pitching staff in the American League this year, earned run average wise, more quality starts, best ERA. And that's a nice adjustment that McCaskill has made to help this ball club out. He was primarily a starter, but he's been able to come in 6, 7, 8 inning situations just for an out or 2.
One-two pitch to White. Hit on the line to left field, but right at Tim Raines.
Well, Blue Jay fans could say, boy, line drive, we just didn't get any luck on that one. But credit Wilson Álvarez. The pitcher's got a lead late. See, Raines has to fight off that ball coming out of the lights just for a moment. But you've got a 5-run lead late. He's not going to beat himself. He's going to challenge hitters and make them put it in play. That's been the big improvement he's made.
Molitor looks at ball one. The big stride that Álvarez has made tonight. Coming in, he had walked an average of 5.3 batters per 9 innings this season. He's allowed just 2 bases on balls so far tonight. That's tight. 2-0.
Couple of long ones there in the 3rd and 4th, but then he got right back on track.
That's ball 3.
Could be his last hitter. Joe Carter in the on-deck circle, and quick call to the bullpen by Jackie Brown. Is McCaskill ready in case he isn't? Gene Lamont will give him a little more time with a trip to the mound. Going back to that pitch count we just showed inning by inning, that's where sometimes so much attention to the pitch count can be overdone, because it is the number of pitches in each inning. If you have a lot of high pitch innings early in the game, that takes a lot more out of you. But you can see after those 2 long innings, Álvarez came back with a 10-pitch inning, and then eventually he had, I think, a 6 or an 8. And that doesn't take quite as much out of him. It was a 10 and a 6.
Seventh inning was a breeze for him. He got Robbie Alomar to pop to second, and after Tony Fernandez singled, Ed Sprague get into a double play. Count is 3-0 on Paul Molitor. 3-1. Molitor has 1 of the 7 hits the Blue Jays have tonight. And now the count is full. Remind you, tomorrow, Baseball 93, 2:30 Eastern Time. Then game 3 of the National League Championship Series between the Braves and the Phillies. That's at 3 o'clock Eastern Time with the first pitch. And then tomorrow night we'll be back here at Skydome at 8 o'clock Eastern with the first pitch coming at 8:12 with game 4 between the Sox and the Jays. 3-2 and 2 out. There goes Henderson from first, hit in the air to right field. Burks has room and makes the catch. A mini threat dies down. We've played 8, and the White Sox are in charge.